Hello, I am Akir Brown, and today I will be informing you on how the Transcontinental Railroad affected America in the mid to late 1800s in primarily two different ways: socially and economically. And we can start with one very simple question: what is the Transcontinental Railroad? Well, the Transcontinental Railroad was created in 1863 and was finished in 1869. It was a very crucial part of American history as it connected the East Coast to the West and helped with things like westward expansion. Westward expansion was very crucial at the time because it helped with things like expanding the U.S., making new cities and towns, and urbanizing. Another thing that the Transcontinental Railroad helped with was the California Gold Rush. The California Gold Rush was bringing in many new people, and that was another reason that the Transcontinental Railroad should have been created. And now that you know a little background on the railroad, I will be moving on to the social effects that the railroad had on America during this time period. So let's start with immigrants. The entire idea of the Transcontinental Railroad would not have been followed through with if there weren't for immigrants. There were many immigrants on the workforce. The entire workforce consisted mostly of poor Americans and immigrants from around the world, primarily Chinese. And of course, the rich and wealthy people in power weren't exactly going to work on the railroad, so they left it mostly to them. But with the high influx of immigrants coming to America, mainly Chinese, this led to the Chinese Exclusion Act. This was one of America's first laws limiting immigration in America. And because of the railroad helping so much with the westward expansion, it did force many Native American communities and families to move or be displaced. But with the railroad, it did help many people by giving jobs to the poor, making it easier to travel, and a lot cheaper. But overall, the Transcontinental Railroad did help America socially, except for the Chinese Exclusion Act and forcing Native Americans to move. Moving on, the Transcontinental Railroad did also help America economically a lot. As I said before, it was a very quick way compared to the previous ways to transport goods across the country quickly. And because of the goods being able to be transported faster, it led to better transportation for goods and people. Overall, I would say that the Transcontinental Railroad was one of the most essential things that have made America the country it is today.